Ultraman Blazar celebrates the 10th anniversary of the New Generation Ultraman line. These shows have been very important for help growing the Ultraman franchise to new heights, but they have specific formulas and tropes for a while that some fans are growing sick of. Luckily, with Ultraman's success in branching out territories like China and Shin Ultraman's massive success, Kiyotaka Taguchi and his crew were given more creative control in how Ultraman Blazar would be shaped. While many fans thought this newfound freedom would lead to a radical departure from the New Generation formula, in reality, it was more of a refinement of the past 10 years rather than a rejection of them, which I appreciate as I enjoyed most of the New Generation shows, and I'd rather a franchise refine what didn't work than outright dismiss something because a loud minority disliked it. As for these refinements Taguchi and his crew made, there's a reduced focus on gimmick items and power-ups, leading to each one that Blazar gets having more gravitas and importance in the show. Blazar doesn't even get his main sword weapon until the halfway point, and he only gets one major form change, which is just a simple armored piece. Not to mention, this is the first time in a while that most of the kaiju that are Ultraman fights are original designs for the show, instead of half new, half classics from the Tsuburaya Vault. This allowed for more freedom in the episode conceptions, rather than having to tailor a new story for a pre-existing monster. This led to the show having stronger thematic connections between its one-off episodes, and we could see these themes presented in our main character, Gento Hiruma, the host of Ultraman Blazar. He is the captain of the series defense team Scarred, being one of the older Ultraman protagonists in the franchise. He even has a wife and kid back home to protect. Gento's a cool guy, but what makes him interesting is his relationship with his Ultraman. Instead of embodying Blazar or talking to him directly like in Zet, Blazar is a non-verbal Ultraman, communicating through grunts and actions rather than words. This initially caused a rift between the two, often fighting with each other for control over the body, but they slowly learned to understand and communicate with each other, even if not conventionally. The trials and errors of communication is arguably Blazar's big message it's trying to get across, tying into both the kaiju of the weak plots and the ongoing conspiracies in the main plot. Much like Ultraman Gaia, which celebrated its 25th anniversary the year after Blazar aired, the series everyone thought was going to get a new generation version after Trigger and Decker did so with Tiga and Dyna, Blazar tells the tale of grounded characters in a science fiction world where the main thesis involves humanity screwing up a lot but still having the chance for redemption if they so choose. This is a much better way to pay tribute to Ultraman's past while still moving it forward. I wouldn't call Blazar a realistic or dark series by any means, but I'd call one rooted in the perspective of an older audience with its characters. While our main cast has their quirks, they are generally more down to earth than most Ultraman defense teams thanks to the show treating them like actual adults, which helps ground the show in a more workplace procedural tone. Overall, I'd say Ultraman Blazar is a great show for both newcomers and veterans of the Ultra series. Some may argue it's simple to a fault since we never learned the origins of Blazar, but frankly, I don't care, because that's not the point of the show. The point is to show stories about humanity and kaiju, which Blazar excels at. It may tone back on the flashiness of New Generation Ultraman, but makes up for it by being a nice, well-done series about communication. After shaking things up with Blazar, I'm very excited to see what the future of Ultraman has in store. Will we go back to toyetic fun like past New Gen series? Will we keep the grounded drama of this series? Or will we do something else entirely? Who knows, but I'm excited for anything that comes our way.